Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. As you come in, please like, subscribe, and share this video. It's coming from Chronicle Speaks. You can find it on YouTube. You can also find it in the description of this video. Y'all, this was a freaking hard video to do. But y'all remember Zaikiya? Is that how you pronounce it? Zaikiya Duncan. She was TikTok sensation or whatever. And the way she did her children, she escaped. I mean, they let off in like Louisiana, and she moved to Texas, I think Texas, and she had five children, and she pregnant with another one. And y'all, she was putting bleach on it. Man, just listen, and I just try to come in. I gotta come in with some commentary, okay? This is a serious video that I'm doing right now, and I'm gonna try it. We're gonna do it. It took me forever. Okay. All right, here we go, y'all.
So today we have a disturbing story. Of course, this wouldn't be the first disturbing story we've covered here on this channel. However, it's the first one that had me bawling, crying in tears before even reporting on it. So excuse me, but we are going to get into things and explain exactly why.
We've been here in court all day and disturbing details indeed. There was a lot going on at once. 40-year-old Zaikiya Duncan is accused of heartbreaking crimes. That includes allegedly starving her teen twins, making them eat each other's feces and urine, spraying disinfectant in their mouths if they, quote, talk too much, and pouring bleach on the teen boys' genitals. I know that's very hard to hear, but we wanted to share just how severe this case is. The state also said since being taken into custody, Duncan has made jail phone calls to someone in Louisiana saying she had deleted videos and images from her home cameras. Her attorney says Duncan is currently pregnant again, meaning new baby makes 9 kids total for her.
Inspiring TikTok star Zaikiya Duncan held a deep, dark secret to herself, not revealing it to her TikTok audience. Zaikiya often showed her children the different foods she would cook for them, the different dances they would learn together. They seemed like an all-time happy family.
So remember, always get your family time in. Family time is always the best time. So
See? Oh, why do they mess? These children are long people. Look at her. She's just like, family time is the best time, and get your family time in. Oh,
get your family time in, you guys, always.
Now, while she was busy upstairs TikToking with 5 of her children, feeding them gourmet food, there were 2 downstairs starving, handcuffed. This is the story of 2 teenage twins who escaped from their home in Texas, barefoot, bruised, and handcuffed, and what they told police will make your stomach turn.
You need some help?
Yes, please let us in, please. We're too
What's wrong with you?
good.
What? What happened?
Please, we just need somewhere to be right now.
No, we can't do that.
okay. Did you see the first house? Oh no, we can't do that. And you looking out there, you see the kids freaking probably, I think, barefoot, naked, and bruised up, probably weighing about darn 10 pounds. I'm exaggerating on that part, maybe. But you see 2 children? You talking about no, we can't do that? You could at least call the freaking police. Could have called the police.
He was so
Now she
he was so mom. Just call for what's going on. We just need someone to please. Thank you.
This is the shocking case of Zaikiya Duncan, the mother accused of chaining her children, forcing them to drink bleach, and repeating the same cycle of abuse she once promised would never.
cause y'all remember she was married, right? The husband left her. So that means he left them children. And the kids that she had by him, I think them are the only ones that she treated bad. Like bad, bad. I think. Okay, let's go, y'all. My heart beating
Happen
so
again.
fast.
It was just before dawn in a quiet Houston area neighborhood when a doorbell camera captured two terrified 15-year-old twins, boy and girl, knocking desperately on doors, begging strangers for help. They were barefoot, malnourished, and still clutching the handcuffs they'd just broken free from.
If not for this good neighbor, and these kids have been knocked on doors. Yes, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. That's very early. But nobody else answered. She did. Now, when you
Thank
see her,
God.
she wants to stay kind of blurred because she's afraid of this situation. This is scary. Who knows what happens going forward? And she wants to keep the focus on the kids. I respect it. Thank you very much for talking to us.
No, thank you. Thank you for respecting that.
Now,
Mm.
what did you think when you looked out your door at 5:30 in the morning?
I was honestly terrified because I didn't know what to expect on the other side of the door. But as soon as I heard their little voices, I knew something was going on and it wasn't good.
And I'm so glad, y'all, she was a nurse. Well, she is a nurse.
When you started to look at them and saw, I mean, you're a nurse, you know what injuries look like, you know what pain over time looks like. What did you make of it?
Yeah, there's a lot of shock going on in my mind and, to the whole reaction. So it was just a really hard situation, seeing them.
And you were shocked at how hungry they were, right?
I really was. They did say that they hadn't eaten in a week. I'm sorry, a week, they said.
And they said that the parent only fed them if they kept absolutely quiet all day or something like that?
Correct. Yes.
And they explained to you that there was another set of twins and that only those twins and they were treated as harshly, having to sleep in the laundry room or in a closet, being kept naked, no bathroom, having to soil themselves. Is that how they explained it?
They did. Yeah, they said that they were locked in a laundry room. And they had two twin brothers that also would sleep in the restroom. They said they weren't treated as
Was it just the
bad as them.
was it just the twins? Like it was a twin boy and girl, and then a set of twin boys. Those are the only ones that she treated that way.
They weren't treated as bad as them, but they were still treated badly. But yeah, they described the horrific of them being handcuffed in a laundry room in one position, naked, and zip tied from the ankles.
The neighbor's doorbell camera showed the siblings asking her, "Can you help us?" as they held up their handcuffs. When they came inside, they were like, "We're not going to hurt you." The neighbor said that the girl was shaking with her handcuffs and she was like, "We're just looking for help. We just need help. We just broke out of our handcuffs. Our mom had us handcuffed in the laundry room." Now, when the police arrived to the neighbor's home, the children told the police that they had been handcuffed for months, starved, and beaten. Now, when they talked too much, the mother would spray oven cleaner into their mouths or force them to drink bleach and other chemicals. Now, according to
Oh my God. I know she got 45 years. Yeah. But darn, look how long between the court system from Louisiana. Then then she ended up getting full custody again, Louisiana. And then she moved to Texas, and they said, well, no, she doesn't have any record on in our system. So she ended up with all the kids again, y'all. TikTok stuff, girl.
court documents, the twins' wrists were covered in deep lacerations from the cuffs. The boy managed to find a key and hid it in his mouth until the
Thank
perfect moment to
God.
unlock them both and escape. Now, when police arrived to the scene, they said that the brother's wrists had blisters that were bleeding and both of his hands were swollen. The sister had similar injuries and was wearing a gray plastic grocery bag around her neck that she stated she used as a shirt. As investigators continued speaking with the victims, the hardship they described only became more harrowing. Both complainants stated that they were handcuffed to the same black dolly located in the laundry room of the residence. Both complainants informed deputies that their mother made them drink chemicals such as bleach and Lysol and would spray Easy Off oven cleaner in their mouths if they were talking too much.
Oh my God. Oh my, and that's all she got. That's all she got. The baby she carrying, that baby ain't got to worry about it because they taking that baby, right? Oh my God.
The defendant would also pour bleach on the children, causing their skin to burn, including their area down below. They both stated that they do not remember the last time they had taken a shower and only have access to a mop bucket containing dirty water, and when they needed to use the restroom, they would have to urinate and defecate on themselves. The sister also stated that on at least one occasion her brother defecated and their mother made both of them their brother's urine. The kids said their mom ordered all of the restraining equipment from Amazon, including the handcuffs they escaped in. They also claimed their mother gave them a mustard or relish sandwich 1 or 3 times a week. They were only able to drink from the water valve of the wash machine and were regularly made to take Benadryl to make them fall asleep. The kids said that they were able to escape when the brother was able to get the handcuff key from his mother's purse and hide it in his mouth overnight. Following the kids' escape, Duncan and Terrell fled to Louisiana with her other children, but were arrested a short while.
See, they tried to get away, but y'all, do you see what be happening in these big houses? Oh my God. Ooh, and I know y'all know her. I know people know her on TikTok or on here. Share it. Share this thing. Cause we need, even though she got 45 years, I don't know what that boyfriend got. He was 20 some years old. I think 26. But she need to, I hope they got him too. Right? I hope.
Later. Now, when police reached the family's home, they realized that 5 other children were missing, sparking an emergency search, an Amber Alert. Within hours, authorities found Zaikiya Duncan, who was 40, and her live-in boyfriend, Jova Terrell, who was 27, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, nearly 250 miles away. Inside their car were 5 other children, all of whom were taken into protective custody.
40-year-old Zaikiya Duncan and her 27-year-old boyfriend, Jova Terrell, were arrested on Nicholson near Burbank. Louisiana State Police confirmed all of Duncan's children are safe, but would not release details as to where they are.
And here's where things get even more infuriating. Records show that Zaikiya Duncan had already pleaded guilty to child desertion in Louisiana in 2019, just 3 years before this Texas horror unfolded. In that earlier case, prosecutors accused Duncan of locking her children in a closet and severely neglecting them. One of those children, just 5 years old, was found with burns consistent with being submerged in hot water.
Louisiana court documents describe the abuse the twins went through. In 2010, police were called to investigate large bruises and scabs on one of the then 3-year-old's buttocks. Duncan said it was from a belt spanking and no charges were filed. Then, in 2012, Duncan was arrested after a school employee noticed one of the twins was having trouble sitting. Medical workers discovered burns and bruises on his body. Investigators later found scars and bruises on his twin sister. East Baton Rouge District Attorney Hiller Moore says the Department of Children and Family Services stepped in.
All of the children, I believe, were found with different stages of injury.
Duncan was charged with felony cruelty to a juvenile, but while that case was open, the 6 children were returned to Duncan and their father. A year later, Duncan got full custody in 2018. According to East
Y'all know I have to stop. This is a reaction channel. But do y'all see? And then they had to go through this for years, 3 more years. Oh my God, how can somebody do that to somebody that you birthed or any child, any? Just leave the children alone. Y'all are a trip, man.
Baton Rouge Parish court records, Duncan did not plead in the criminal case until 2019, 7 years later. Do cases like this typically take this length of time to play out?
Typically not, but this was an unusual case. And in this case, our
Right.
focus was on children and
Evidently not.
initially, and then moved toward the justice side of the parents. But we want to make sure that the children were back to healthy and normal again.
Duncan pleaded guilty to child desertion and got a year probation and had to take a parenting class. Duncan divorced the children's father that same year and married Jova Terrell. The newlyweds moved to Harris County this summer, where they are facing charges in this latest case of child cruelty. Did the state of Louisiana fail these children?
Well, it's always easy to look back in hindsight. Had I been able to know what was going to happen again in the future and the behavior would be repeated, I would have taken a different action.
So as you can see, when the kids escaped in 2022, it wasn't a one-time situation. It was a pattern, and the system had already given her a second chance. Then she gets to Texas, and the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services said they had no prior incidents on record of Duncan's new household, meaning she slipped through the cracks yet again. So again, the twins escaped in 2022. However, a trial recently took place. Now, this trial happened in Harris County, Texas, after both Duncan and Terrell were extradited from Louisiana. Prosecutors laid out a heartbreaking case. We have two 15-year-old twins who escaped from handcuffs barefoot after being locked in a laundry room for months. In court, prosecutors showed photos of the chains, bleach bottle, and oven cleaner cans used during the abuse. The twins' testimony was one of the most emotional of the entire trial. They described being forced to drink chemicals, beating with cords, and denied food for days. The boy told the jury, "I didn't think we'd make it out alive. I just wanted my sister to see another day."
See, he was thinking about his staring twin sister. But look at her, like she been eating real good. I mean, Lysol, bleach, drinking it, pointed on their bottoms down there. Lord, woman, God is gonna get you. God is gonna get you. Ain't seen the worst yet.
Told them not to call her mom. Well, the jury convicted the siblings' mother of 2 counts of aggravated assault of a family member causing seriously bodily harm after weighing her testimony against those of her twins. The twins said their mother hated them, locked them up, beat them for years, while the mother cast them as nightmare children who left her no choice. Duncan testified before the jury asking for leniency. She said, "I did things, I was aware of things that happened that I shouldn't have let happen. I take full responsibility of that." According to Duncan's testimony, she believed the twins had behavioral issues ranging from sneaking out, lying, and refusing to follow household rules that she believes stem from their biological father's decision to leave them, according to her testimony. Their behavior forced her to confine the twins. The mother, who was convicted of 2 counts of aggravated assault of a family member, was just sentenced to 45 years for the abuse to her twins. The siblings, who are now 18, are attempting to move on with their lives following the case. The sister is preparing for a military career, while the brother is still working on his high school degree at a 10th grade level. He has since been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, a psychologist testified. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about this?
What happened to the other twins? You know, it was a set of boys, then it was a boy and a girl, right? And then it was them 5 other kids. And has she had this one yet? When was this trial? I just ran across this just now, y'all. Man, pitiful.
Insane story with Miss Zaikiya Duncan. Leave a comment and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Man, that is the craziest piece of crap. They should have put her under the darn jailhouse. Y'all, I'm out. Thank y'all for coming to Valentine TV. I appreciate it so much. So much. Thank you. Bye, y'all.